This is a video about a resource published by Family Planning New South Wales. Sex, Safe and Fun is a resource pack that has been made to support people with intellectual disability to learn about positive safe sex messages. It provides a factual and balanced view of the rights and responsibilities associated with a range of sexual activities. There are key messages about consent, enjoyment, intimacy, privacy and safety. Sex, Safe and Fun has 4 parts. There are 2 parts for the learner, an illustrated easy-to-read booklet and a condom pack. There are 2 parts for the support person, a support person's guide and this demonstration video. These will help the support person feel confident using the resource. If you are watching this video but do not have the booklet, condom pack or support person's guide, go to the Family Planning New South Wales website for more information. www.fpnsw.org.au/sexsafeandfun. Throughout Sex, Safe and Fun, key messages about sexual behaviours and activities are termed good sex or bad sex. Good sex is used to describe behaviours that are consensual, private, enjoyable, safe and within the law. These are presented in contrast with behaviours that are described as bad sex. Bad sex is used to describe behaviours and activities that are unsafe, generally not socially tolerated, and in some cases illegal. The language in Sex, Safe and Fun is simple and direct, aimed at delivering easy to understand information. This video shows you how to use Sex, Safe and Fun. It shows general tips and strategies for talking about sexuality and demonstrates one of the units in the Support Person's Guide. The Support Person's Guide has information about how to use the booklet and condom pack, so it is important to look through it after watching this video. It will guide you on what topics to cover, what to say about each of the pictures, and what questions to ask the learner. You may need to adapt what you see in this video to meet the communication or learning needs of the person you are supporting.
Hi, I'm Jane. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Family Planning New South Wales resource Sex, Safe and Fun to provide sexuality information to a person with intellectual disability. I've asked Tom to come along and help me. Before he arrives, I'd like to share with you a few things that you can do to prepare yourself to use the resource. Before getting started, take some time to consider your personal values about the sexuality topics that you will be talking about. The way you think and feel will impact the way that you talk about sexuality. Consider your personal values about sexuality. This resource presents information on both good sex and bad sex. The units on good sex should be presented first. This is important because people with disability often receive only negative information about sexuality. Bad sex is important to learn about, but so is good sex. Providing balanced information will help the learner to make informed decisions about their life. Be aware that presenting information about bad sex may result in a disclosure of sexual abuse. You should be prepared to respond to a disclosure of sexual abuse. More information on this is included in the Support Person's Guide. The content of the resource assumes that the learner has a basic knowledge of male and female body parts. If it's clear that the learner doesn't have this knowledge, there are other resources that can help them to gain this. Anyone would get confused when being told about complex things without the basics covered first. For this reason, the units in this resource are sequenced in a specific way. You may plan to go through the entire booklet, or may focus on only one unit at a time. Follow the sequence in the Support Person's Guide. Today, we are going to demonstrate Unit 3 in the Support Person's Guide. We are going to talk about consent, privacy and safe sex. To do this, I'm going to use the first picture on page 2 of the booklet. It shows a man and a woman touching each other. The last thing I need to do before Tom arrives is choose when and where to have these conversations. It's always a good idea to keep the session short and to choose a time of day when the person learns best. For example, when they're not too tired. Be sure to set aside enough time to go through the information you have planned without rushing or being interrupted before you finish. And of course, choose a location that is appropriately private and free from distractions. More information about all the things I've just mentioned is included in the Support Person's Guide. Okay, let's get started. Hi Tom, how are you today?
Fine, thanks.
Glad you could make it. How was your weekend?
I had a great weekend. I went to a birthday party.
Oh, sounds like fun. Did you have a good time?
It was heaps of fun. Except I ate too much birthday cake first afterwards.
Oh no, well don't worry, we've all made that mistake sometime. Particularly when it comes to cake.
It was very yummy. Black Forest cake. My favourite.
Sounds great. Hey Tom, I just wanted to remind you that today we're going to be talking about some private things, like sex and masturbation. Are you okay if we talk about those things today? Ensure that the person you are supporting is interested in learning from you about the issues presented in the booklet. If the person is too uncomfortable or anxious, it will be difficult for them to learn. A safe learning environment is made through a good rapport, respect and trust.
Yes.
Great. And we're also going to be looking at a book and there'll be pictures of people without clothes on. So is that okay as well?
Yes.
Great. Now, don't forget, if you want us to stop at any time, we can. You just need to let me know. It is important for the learner to practice giving their consent. This means learning that they have the right to communicate yes or no, and that they can stop or postpone the learning at any point. Okay, great. Now, is there anything that you need me to do to help you learn better today?
Can you please not talk too quickly into my right ear? I can't hear very well from my right ear.
Okay, well how about if I sit on the left side then?
Perfect, thanks.
Okay. Deliver information at a pace and in a way that best meets the person's learning style. So today we're going to talk about good sex. Let's look at this picture of a man and a woman. So the man and the woman look like they like each other very much. What do you think's happening in the picture?
They have no clothes on and they are touching each other.
That's right. They've taken their clothes off and they're touching each other's bodies. Do you think they like touching each other?
Yes.
Yes, I agree. How can you tell that she likes touching the man?
She's happy.
And what about the man? How can we tell that he likes to touch the woman?
He's smiling too.
That's right. They're both smiling and look happy. They look like they want to touch each other and make each other feel good. They also might want to kiss or cuddle or rub or touch each other's private body parts. These are private behaviours. So are they in a private place?
Yes, they are in the bedroom.
And is the door closed?
Yes.
Regularly reinforce spoken information by referring back to the pictures in the booklet. Yes, that's right. So they're by themselves in the bedroom with the door shut. So they're in a private place. And nobody can come into that space unless they knock on the door. Okay. So kissing and cuddling is something two adults might want to do who care a lot about each other. But these are private behaviours and they can only be done in a private place. Can you tell me anything else that can only be done in a private place?
Having sex?
Yeah, you're right. Having sex is something that two adults who want to can do in a private place. But it's not the only way that people can be intimate or loving or make each other feel good. People don't always have to have sex. They might want to kiss or cuddle or rub or touch each other's private body parts. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Great. So, can you tell me what you've understood? Check in regularly to make sure the learner understands the information. If the person communicates verbally, ask them to repeat back to you in their own words what you have been discussing.
Adults can have sex, or kiss, or cuddle, or touch each other's private parts if they are in a private place.
Fantastic. Well done, Tom. We've been talking about some important things and it sounds like you've understood them very well. Use positive reinforcement and praise to encourage the learner. So there are some other important things to talk about. When people have sex, they both have to want to have it. They both have to say yes. Do you understand that?
Yes. I was watching a movie with my brother once where people had sex in it. I asked him about it and he said that they were making love. He said that two people should only do that when they both want to, and they should use condoms.
Great. Using condom and lubricant when having sex is called safe sex. And it's important that both people know about it. Do you think the people in this picture know about safe sex? I'm sorry, Tom, did you understand my question? I was asking if the people in this picture have condoms and lubricant. Be aware of body language that may indicate if the person is confused or has lost interest.
I'm not sure. I don't know what they look like.
That's okay. Maybe we could talk about condoms and lubricant next time. I could bring along a condom pack. Would you like that?
Okay.
Thanks. So, the people in the picture have condoms and lubricant beside the bed. See? After they've been kissing and cuddling and touching each other's private body parts, they may want to have sex. So they have condoms and lubricant ready in case they decide to have sex. So they're in a private place, they have condoms and lubricant, and they look like they are happy to be together and having fun. So all of these things make up good sex. So let's look at the picture. Can you tell me the things in the picture that make it good sex?
They are touching each other and they like being touched.
That's right. How can we tell?
They are both happy because they're smiling.
Great, well done. They both look like they're smiling and they're happy and they want to be together. What else is good sex in this picture? Can you point to something that's good sex? That's right, the door's closed. So the two people are in a private place, that's the bedroom, and the door's closed. The person might not be able to say what they have learned. There are lots of other ways to find out what the person has understood. Is there anything else in this picture that's good sex? That's right. So if they use condoms and lubricant, would that be good sex?
Yes, it would be safe sex.
That's right. So safe sex, being in a private place and both people wanting to do it are what make up good sex. Well, we've covered just about everything that we wanted to today. Do you have any questions?
What about these two pictures here? Are they good sex?
Yes, they are. They're good sex as well. So any two adults can have sex if they both want to do it, and if they're in a private place, and if they have condoms and lube, and that's safe sex. So that can be a man and a woman, it can be two women, or it can be two men. So we might say that this is a lesbian couple, and this is a gay couple. It is important to include information about the diversity of sexual expression, including same-sex relationships. Would you like to talk about different types of relationships next time we meet?
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, you've done very well, Tom. I think you've shown that you've understood a lot of what we've been talking about today. Would you like to come back next week and talk some more about some of these things?
Yes.
Okay, great. In the meantime, if you have any questions, is there somebody that you trust that you could ask?
My brother said I can always talk to him about it if I want to.
Oh, that's great. Would you like me to tell him what we've been talking about today?
Yes.
It may be helpful to inform other people, such as family members, carers or service providers, about what the person is learning, so they can be consistent and reinforce learning in a range of environments. Involve the learner in deciding who else to tell. Okay. Well, thanks very much for coming today, Tom. Next week we'll talk about some more of the things we've talked about today and also some new things, okay? Revisit and repeat information as required. Good, so I'll see you next week. Okay, bye then.
Bye. Okay.
Now that I've finished the session, there are just a couple of things to do to follow up. Take time to think about what went well and what didn't. I'm going to sit down and reflect on what just happened and write up some notes about our session. It can be a good idea to keep notes about what you could do differently next time. Okay, after a bit of thought, I've written up my notes and decided that next time, at the end of my session, I'd like to involve Tom more in deciding what he wants to learn about in future sessions. I'm going to get another resource to help me do this. Recommended resources are listed at the end of each unit in the Support Person's Guide. They may help you talk in more detail about some of the topics in the booklet. Most of the recommended resources are easy to use and are available from the Family Planning New South Wales Library or Bookshop. Be flexible and creative. Adapt Sex, Safe and Fun or any other resources so that they meet the learning needs of the person you are supporting. If needed, find other services or people who can assist you with further ideas and strategies. Remember, if you are a paid worker or clinician, you are likely to have extra responsibilities. You should check with your supervisor about your professional responsibilities. Family Planning New South Wales regularly delivers a training course for professionals planning to use the Sex, Safe and Fun resource. The training course is about the roles and responsibilities of paid staff when using the resource. For more information, visit www.fpnsw.org.au/disability or www.fpnsw.org.au/sex, safe and fun. Family Planning New South Wales has several other services that you may find helpful.
Family Planning New South Wales has an extensive disability resource collection available for loan to community members, disability workers, clinicians and students. The library can be accessed across New South Wales through our mail delivery service. Fees apply for borrowing from this collection. The Family Planning New South Wales Bookshop has a range of disability resources available for sale that are used by people with intellectual disability, disability workers and carers, and parents of people with intellectual disability. All resources from the bookshop are available for sale through the online bookshop and at the on-site bookshop located in Ashfield. Family Planning New South Wales Talkline is a confidential telephone service staffed by experts in reproductive and sexual health. Family Planning New South Wales Talkline is open 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays for information and referral advice. You can call Talkline if you have any questions or would like to know more about resources. For the cost of a local call, you'll be able to speak to clinical nurse specialists who are trained in disability issues. Family Planning New South Wales delivers best practice education and training in reproductive and sexual health. To find out about training courses for paid workers and clinicians, contact Family Planning New South Wales. Family Planning New South Wales clinics provide a range of reproductive and sexual health services for women and men of all ages. These services range from expert contraceptive advice, STI screenings, fertility assessments and many more. Our clinical staff all receive extensive training to ensure our clinics are accessible to people with disabilities of any kind. Family Planning New South Wales. For everybody in every family.